Hi guys, Berry Babe here. You can see we're home. We decided to come home. We had only planned to stay 2 nights. The KOA was very nice. It was $75 a night. That's even with our KOA membership by the time you put taxes on it. And the campground wasn't nice enough, and it was, had we stayed, I was really worried about being able to stay on my eating plan. If you watched my Carb Addict Hell vlog, you know that Sunday I had a rip-roaring time. I do not have any weights for you. I will weigh in the morning. I don't have a clue. So Sunday we went to a showing of The Music Man, and it was really unique. The Young Americans, in addition to performing at Boyne Highlands with a dinner theater, there's another group that runs summer camps. They all run summer camps. The group that performed at Boyne Highlands for the dinner theater had spent 2 weeks or 2 months in Japan doing camps all through that country. So in the neighboring town of Harbor Springs, they offered 3 one-week camps. And this middle week, the kids only had 4 days to get ready. They did The Music Man, and I have never seen it done like this before. The regular cast of about 22 young Americans, they took the main roles. Harold Hill, the librarian, the mother, Eulalie. My sister-in-law was Eulalie McKechnie Shin. If you're aware of, this is the mayor's wife, if you're aware of Music Man at all. And she had done this role back in 74, 75, when she toured for a year with the Young Americans. So she reprised it. So the mayor was probably in his young 20s, and she's 4 years younger than me, and you know how old I am. But it was marvelous, and you would see even the little kids. There would be, each group was assigned to one of they had 120 kids like on stage, and they had wings built, and sometimes groups of the younger kids would be here, and there would be Young Americans doing exaggerated movements, you know, oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is coming down the street, that kind of thing. And you'd see them, I was watching for it because my sister-in-law told me about it, but you'd see them whispering. Like there's one point where their feet go back and forth, da 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 da, Marian the librarian, when they're all supposed to be reading, and you could see the coach say, switch left, you know, and then the kids would, and there were 4 main dancers that would come out periodically, and they all the kids and a lot of the Young Americans wore camp t-shirts, and then they would just dress up the t-shirts, the ones that weren't actually in costume. So you really couldn't tell who were the older campers and who were the actual Young Americans, because even some of the Young Americans were wearing the t-shirts. But it really didn't detract. It just was very good. I enjoyed it a lot. We came back to the campground after that. I had a quiet night. Saturday after my binge fest, Sunday, I ate to plan. I ate a lot, but it was all things that were okay on my plan. So remember, I'm not doing any specific plan because I have to do my 2 30-gram protein shakes. I did not get those both in on Saturday, but I just was itchy. Oh God, I was itchy. I was so itchy. And I knew there were those pretzels. And if you heard me talk Sunday, we had a little incident with the pretzels in the morning, but after that they were gone. But I knew they were around. and they just called. They just called and called. So, made it through. I did not eat a losing weight amount, but I stayed away from the crap. This morning, I did much better. And I have had a little bit more. I had an apple, and I have been cutting out the apple. I've been cutting out most everything extra, trying to get as low as possible. But because I've come off so much food, I couldn't go that stringently. And after we got home, and then my husband said, "Oh, I want Chinese." So we got in the car, and I went and sat and watched him eat Chinese, and then we went and have a little trip coming up, and I'm taking all my own P2 food, so I bought a cooler that I can put everything in. And when we got back from that, I did another protein, but once we got home from the trip, which is about 4 hours, I had an apple because it was like I felt empty, because I'd only had a protein and a strawberry yogurt. So today's gone much better. The screaming eat me's have subsided somewhat. Tonight I will go out and walk. I did not walk, well, Saturday night I was 3 sheets to the wind, stuffed full of food, and we got home pretty late. But last night, the campground is very convoluted. When we tried to find our campsite Saturday night when we came home, we drove around and around and around, and we could not find, because it has a very unique design. They've crammed so many trailers and tenting areas in together, but yet surprising amount of privacy. I mean, that's relative, but so they have gorgeous cabins. I mean, the scenery for the cabins, they have a lot of cabins. They have some mobile homes. They just really, this was the Boyne, Petoskey area. And Susie, to respond to you, you said you were surprised I had such good cell reception. I was not in the wilderness. This is a very upscale shishi resort type of area. And let me tell you, these people bring their toys and they want their bandwidth. So the phones worked wonderfully. And we also have Verizon, and I think that helps. So yeah, I was able to, I watched vlogs, and not Saturday night. I don't think I did. I was too ashamed. Anyway, I want to talk about, some of us have been talking about that moment when you say, F it, and just eat crap. And, you know, I had said to someone in a comment, the food can be so seductive. And so I wondered, was Saturday night an F it moment? And I didn't militantly say, yeah, maybe I did. There was an hors d'oeuvre pre-cocktail, and they had out cheese and sliced meats and crackers, and so I ate 6 little cubes of cheese. It was very good. And drank my $2 Coke, Diet Coke. But then the dinner, when the rolls came, I think it was an F it moment. The hell with it, just F it. I really thought, I was the one who unwrapped the damn rolls. Just let me look at them. I'm such an addict. Just let me look at them. And it's that, I'm like an alcoholic. One bite. I brought the cupcakes home. I couldn't take one bite because I knew they'd be gone. And then I'd be looking for what else. And that's exactly what happened. Like I said, if I hadn't totally filled up that pouch, I would have eaten quite a bit more, because I did toss some things. But I also, the bad news, another piece of bad news is, there was a candy bar that there was a candy bar that I've been wanting to try, but I've been on plan. It's Snickers Crunch. Should not have done it. Should not have done it. it takes the Snickers and the $1,000 bar and puts them together, and it's not so heavy peanuts. I really liked it. That's not good news. And it was like 4 little squares, and I ate them all. No wonder I was so full. So I'm sorry for the food porn. You know, it's hard to talk about addiction without talking about the substance. I don't really drink alcohol. I don't, you know, that food is my vice. You know, it tickles the cocaine centers of my brain, and I suppose if I ever tried cocaine, I'd be an addict there too, but I'm just too smart never to have tried it because I worry about my addictive personality. So tomorrow is another day. Today is Monday. Tomorrow's Tuesday. Thursday I get in the car and go to my girls' weekend. Looking forward to that. I'm getting ready to stay P2 from now on. I'm not looking forward to getting on the scale in the morning because it's bound to be up, and I don't want to be demoralized. I don't want to say, well, geez, as long as I'm up, I might as well. That's what I've done before. And I don't want to get sucked in, sucked down again. I'm hoping, since I'm got some sanity back. Because I literally was insane. It literally made me insane. Like I said, my brain was saying, what the hell are you doing? And my mouth was saying, shove it in, shove it in, shove it in. I'm like a 3-year-old, you know, don't tell me no. So, I don't think I will ever recover. I think this is going to be for the rest of my life. And I worry about, you know, stupid things you worry about. I don't ever want to go to the home, because I don't ever want them pureeing my food. I don't ever want them limiting my choices. Because, you know, when I eat crap, I crap. And so I don't want somebody else having to come and clean me up. You know, just like shoot me. Put me out to pasture, shoot me. I do not want, I want to be able to get my fix when I need it, or choose not to, but don't tell me I can't have it. I would be miserable. Talk about crotchety old lady. Bitch and a half every day. Nobody want to come near me. So don't send me to the home. My daughter's planning on building a wing in her home for me, but yeah, we know how that goes. Hopefully that's not for a few more years, though. So, I do know that since I've lost weight and I've been walking again, I feel much more, I feel stronger, more capable. The walking, I have not been doing the treadmill, but I have been walking circuits in the evening. One night I got caught short because it stormed, and then we were gone 2 nights, but I'll be back on it tonight, just my moseying along. And I'm hoping that I don't have another F-it moment for a long time. And I'm a little worried about what happens when I'm not being so rigorous. But for today, I'm just going to worry about today and start thinking about tomorrow. And hopefully the rest of the time, P3 will take care of itself. So I hope you're all doing well. I got some vlogs to watch because there were some that came in and I really wasn't able to use the bandwidth in the ride home on the car. So I will be checking in hopefully tomorrow with good news. I don't know. Bye.